Welcome everyone to an arena video. This is Andrea Mengucci. This video is sponsored to you by channelfireball.com and Ultimate Guard. Yeah, I think the hype is deserved. It's probably the best one drop since Death Ray Shaman. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Island Drum, Memnite, and pass. I'm gonna just do the same old thing of just never casting my Ornithopter yet again. Regular channel better than Death Ray Shaman? No way. Yeah, no one expects the hoof. Maybe I can play that deck once. Why the Ornithopter? I don't know. Kind of a meme at this point that I don't cast my Ornithopter when I have to. Okay, so I can cast Thought Monitor. Can I cast Emery first? What though? No, I have to cast Thought Monitor. I shouldn't have played land. That was a punt. Actually, that's not as true. I had to play land. Alright, opponent. Do you got a counterspell? You don't. And I'm attacking for 2 with my Mem Knights. Bam. 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 Next turn we can go just my whole hand. You cast Frogmite in 80H. Frogmite in 80H? What's your commander? Our opponent has all the colors. Oh, by the way, if you want to know more information on why you should never trust Mengu for any information about purchasing cards in pre-order, stuff like that. When I saw Modern Horizons 2, I said that the most busted card would have been Sign of Draco. Yes, that's what I said. Okay? So whenever you ask me, hey Mengu, what do you think? Just expect that as an answer. Alright, let's go. How much this is 3, right? So I can go Emery first. And Sign of Draco, I don't think my opponent has never once. My opponent only once cast Sign of Draco against me. Actual factual once. Oh, I thought I had 1 more mana. Sorry, I thought I needed 1 more mana. Ooh, a drum. It's busted and limited. Okay. I forgot they gave me an extra lane with Path to Exile. Path to Exile, such a sad end. It used to be one of the strongest card of Modern. No, you killed my Saga! I never could see it coming, chat. I could never see it coming. Never. Oh, I have to change the stream title. Yeah, you missed it. We went 4-1 the first league. Then I lost to two Lightning Skelemental deck. After some weird fortune. So that was the sign of Magic Online to tell me it was over. You know, like when you get signs of like you should change direction. That's when I saw that sign. Levate, Dio Bono. Okay. Ah! Alright, we're back. What's going on here? Draw. I don't have anything. I used to have so many things. I just killed everything I got. But now there's a Froggy. Hello, Froggy. Let's play the Lurker in the lock. Okay. Let's play Froggy. Let's play top land. Then I'll attack Jace with everybody. And Jace goes to 2. Froggy! Oh, Big Boss, I missed your message about Froggy Commander. What was the answer? Breya. You got Vandal Blasted. Yeah, I also have a Vandal Blast and what's the other card? Bane of Progress in my deck. I've never played Storm in Modern now. Slumpy Dumpty. If you enjoy watching Bring to Light content, I have you can watch my pods at twitch.tv/Andrea Mengucci/videos. I've played it for a league and a half. Alright, a Brainstorm Shuffle. Clamp is banned, yes. The school clamp, it's indeed banned. Would have been nice here. Crinoplating is legal. 4 copies. That is banned only in Pauper. I wouldn't mind drawing a crinoplating. Oh wow, looks like I'm untapping with Emery. That's great. Let's cast immediately a Thought Monitor from the graveyard. 1 mana. T2 flyer, draw 2. It's the third one I'm resolving here. Oh, it's Cryptic Command? Alright. Guess I should have waited. But I'm playing Affinity, so I'm kind of like... I switch off my brain. I just switched off my brain, chat. I'm sorry. Pretty bad to switch off your brain whenever you decide to play the game Magic the Gathering. If you want to switch off your brain, things that you can do are... I don't know, watching a TV show. What else can you do? Play Historic Goblins. That's kind of like a recurring joke. You don't think much would have changed? I mean, drawing 2 cards, making a 2/2 flyer. That's something different. Sleep. Lining Graves? Wait, what happened? What did you... Oh, no. Wait, what? No, vabbè. No, vabbè. Opponent tried to... Opponent, I think, switch off their brain as well. They tried to exile my Emery with Prismari ending, but they tapped Field of Ruin, so they didn't have 3 colors. Poor opponent. They're very sad now. Sorry, opponent. Next time. Alright. I am going to play a Thought Monitor. Surgical? Kaya's Guile. Okay. Converge is it's difficult. I agree. It's not that easy to converge. Right, so I'm killing the Mind Sculptor and dealing 10 and dealing 6 to them. Converge this, exactly, right? Converge this. I don't even know what converge means, but converge this. Although my graveyard is now empty because they exile it with the Kaya's Guile. I mean, not as bad of a punch as my opponent who earlier killed their Dothy Voidwalker to play Bring to Light from my exile zone and then just cast for a 0. Alright, Teferi to Cup. My opponent deck looks like the type of deck that plays Fracturing Gust. Huh? What do you think? They play Fracturing Gust. Are you dead? I hope so. Because I don't think I've drawn a relevant card for a few turns now. So, Magna questo. If Modern, I mean, it's here. Mioli Grande wins, chat. What a beautiful sight to read. Mioli Grande wins. Alright, I'll go refill my water bottle and be back in a second. Alright, playing against Control. I'll have Etch Champion and maybe Metallic Rebuke. What do I want to take out? Both some medium cards. Like Ornithopter, Paradise Mantle. I don't know, Froggy. Ginger Brute. Shadow Spear. Just a random sideboard, don't mind me. Okay, we got 2 bubbles. This thing could be anything. I'll definitely pop them both. Sometimes you might want to keep the bubbles because they like do the affinity for artifacts, but I have citadels already, so I don't think I need it. Alright, so they drew Jace the Mind Sculptor. And then they play Ren in 6. Okay. Wear Tear on top of your deck. Okay, I'll note it. Because we draw. And there's a Saga, I'm not casting it. Oh, Froggy, hello. What am I doing? I guess I can go Darksteel Citadel, Froggy, Cranial Plating. Pass. Thank you, Manor. Okay, they got back the land. My opponent is Jace the Mind Sculptor, and they have Wear Tear in hand. Okay, that's good to know. Could have played Plating first and used the mana to equip. You are right. You are very right. Let me play this Etched Champion now. With a third Darksteel Citadel. I kind of love to have those Citadels here. And then let's equip this Froggy. Paying 1. And then I'll attack Ren for 9. They have a Wear Tear, I know that, but that's fine. I don't have anything to do anyway. I'm not playing this Urza Saga because I know they have a Wear Tear. Okay, they kill my Froggy. That's fine. Etched Champion has protection from all color. It still dies to a Fracturing Gust if they have that. They've chased the Mind Sculptor in end. Cryptic Command can still tap the thing, but they have to tap it like every turn. Oh wow, Supreme Verdict. That does work. 4 of a kind. Very rare, but Mango 09 did it, chat. 4 of a kind. Okay, got some more cranial plating. And that's your turn. When the new land from the Forgotten Realms will be here, we will be able to have 8 of this Darksteel Citadels. That's gonna be nice. We can add more Mirror Enforcer then. Ryan is in 7 loyalty. Think it's over? Sojourner's Companion. Yeah, I think it's over. They just go Emblem and they have Wear Tear Infinite. They have 7 cards in end. That's fine. Let's give up. Let's go. On the play. Let me think about this end. I don't think it's the worst. I can go turn 1 top land, turn 2 2/2. That's pretty terrible. Let's mulligan. Or how about this one? This one must be a keep. This one must be a keep. The bottom Metallic Rebuke. Yeah, Treasure Land will be good. We don't play Arcbound Ravager. That's a good question. I don't know. I guess it doesn't have affinity. Okay. Let's go for a Ginger Brute. And attack for 2. Next turn, I'll have 4 artifacts so I can cast my top monitor. Let's see if they have a Ren in 6. They don't. Good. I'll just pay 3 mana for a top monitor. Buongiorno, Legacy Council. Nice. Draw 2. That's a free Froggy. I'll cast it. And attack for 2. It's not caster mage. I'm okay if it is. It's a wear tier on the top monitor. Okay. How's Brink Escape? We went 4-1 the first league. It was nice, and then 0-2 the second league. But the deck didn't really perform very well in the second league. But it was a good stream, I think. All right, now I have 5 artifacts in play. I think I'll lead with cranial plating. Yeah, I'll lead with cranial plating. Then I'll play a top monitor for 1 mana. Draw 2. And then I'll play Urza Saga, although I kind of don't want to play it. But I need to equip. Yeah, I started for so early ago. Alright, hopefully I don't have the wear tier. Alright, good thing. I'm equipping on the weakest card, that's the Mem Knight. I'll keep Frog in case of Verdict. That's a good suggestion. Yeah, they showed me Verdict earlier. I do have Saga, which is a great backup plan, but I can just go wear tier now. Used. Saga just never lives, so I just always assume that whenever I drop Saga, it dies. In the post-cyber games. You can get Plains. Oh, Temple Garden. Oh, tapped. Okay, so they don't have wear tier. Just kill my Memnite. It's not lethal, and it could have been if I cast both of my things, but they just assume they have something. If they don't have anything here, they just... I don't know. I guess they can have now... I don't know. I still think it's fine. Even if they go Wrath, I have like Urza Saga plus a couple of Urkies next turn. Urkies Recall. I mean, I guess it's not bad. I don't know. Oh, wow. They just have Cryptic Command, looks like. That's okay with that, too. Yeah. So I'm just playing Darksteel Citadel. And just passing the turn. I mean, going to combat, they tap everything, draw, and I pass the turn. Making a Saga. Construct. I don't want to play Cranial Plating because of Fracturing Gust, which my opponent might play. And Fracturing Gust doesn't kill my lands. I mean, it kills the Saga. Alright, they conceded. Froggies win! The first game I should have probably lost if they didn't misclick on the Converge. That's a cool name, FIFA Cadabra. What's this tiger? Stalking Tiger. Great name for a card. Wow, is this the most awful end you can open? Probably. It's just... It's up there. It's up there. Ooh, is this the most tasty end you can open? I'm not keeping it. And, yeah, let's just hope to draw the payoff, shall we? You have not cycled Salamander? I have cycled it once. Just to thin my deck after I was locked down with an Ensnaring Bridge. And then I lost. So, yeah. Right. I was wondering, should we play... Natosys? I don't play Natosys. I don't play Natosys in the format. Should we play Giganta? What do you guys think? Should we play Giganta? Giganta here, I could cast it on turn 3. That boom, that's a 5/5 for free. Drawback of not playing it? Honestly, there isn't. There isn't any drawback. I mean, you just don't have a card in your sideboard, but yeah, I think I'll have a Giganta. I don't own a Giganta. Wellspring. Come on, I could not know. How could I not know own a Giganta? Alright, they got Stoneforge Mystic, pick up a Shadow Spear, sure. Dai, basta ste cazzo di terre, porca Eva. Do I attack with a Froggy? I attack with a Froggy. I still believe. What do you believe in, Mengu? I believe in a cranial plating. Actually, I believe in thought monitor, cranial plating. That's what I believe in. I mean, Mulligan to 6, my hand wasn't great. I wasn't. I just a froggy. But such a beautiful face. Look at it. This reminds me of the Pixar logo. When is Pixar logo? When did Pixar logo was born? Did Wizards copy Pixar or Pixar copied Wizards? Yes, yes. Garcia Citadel just likes me so much. Alright, Chupacabra, you win. Let's go game 2 where I'll be bringing in the Wear Tears. That is it. Do I want to also dispatch? Do I want this patch or do I want a that patch? We want this patch shot. Alright, Pixar wins. Pixar wins then. I think I have to get this patch in. Look up more ginger brutes. Yeah, I got an island. Pithing Needle. Nah. You want to actually champion? Nah, I don't think so. Over Emery, maybe? Could be. Alright, to play. How does it looks like? Looks good. Looks very good. Maybe I might have to guess this patch, but fine. Alright, looks like a good mirror match here. Pithing Needle. You name Cranial Plating. Your name's Barbluff Bridge. Your name's Springleaf Drum. It's not a very wise named, but it's what it is. I'll play Froggy, and I'll play Froggy. And I'll pass. Hopefully I can draw a lane to cast my Thought Monitor. Opportunistic. They shouldn't. Yeah, I think if you name Pithing Needle, it's better than naming Springleaf Drum. At least we can laugh about it. Ooh, Paradise Mantle. Look at that. I can equip it on to a Ornithopter. Then I can play the Thought Monitor, draw 2. I also can cast Dispatch. No, I forgot about that. Yeah, I was supposed to do what I did. Alright, please, opponent, don't kill me now. Don't kill me now! Don't kill me now. I don't think they can kill me now. Exclamation mark, I don't think I can lose the game next turn. Alright. That's a good start. Colossus Hammer. Draw a card. Keep it for free. And then boom, smash me. But I'll block. How's Affinity doing? I've won the first match, and I am I haven't lost the second match yet, Digital Limit. We're still fighting. No, I drew the Springleaf Drum that they named with Pithing Needle. And now I'm in the squeeze. Should I play the drum and show that they just named a thing that they shouldn't have named? Or do I hold it? That's the squeeze. I think I'll play it. Hey, what else are we doing now? I have 3 mana at my disposal. Yeah, it's probably plentiful. I just attack with just this guy. And pass. Shadow Spear. Okay, I am dispatching the Pure Steel Paladin. So that they don't draw a card. 1 mana. Source to Plowshares. But making this play now, it means that next game they might not make this mistake again. So there's actually downside using Spring the Drum here. Keeper up runes. That's okay. They tap down low. I might win the game with plating on top monitor. I don't know if I have 10 artifacts. They're fragmentizing my poor Froggy. Poor Froggy. She didn't deserve death. Poor Froggy. Allora. If I wear the Ornithopter. If I wear the Ornithopter and then I play plating, how many artifacts I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I guess I do, and then I just top deck an artifact, I win the game. Is it fine, chat? Is it fine to do this play? Must see, I think so. I just have to top deck an artifact and I'm lethal. I'm a big fan of having lethal here. It's not the best target, but like they have nothing going on, so I guess I'm doing this. Yeah. Alright, draw artifact. Nice. Exactly what it wanted. A tiny little Memnite. And that's game over. Unless I miscounted, which I did not. Alright. Go game 2. Unfortunately, Pithing Needle won't name Spring the Drum anymore next game. That's actually a shame. Yeah, it's not like we lose, right? I know. Let's go. Submit my deck. Let's go Affinity. Affinity doesn't work against Drum. Mine's really bad. Mine's really bad, chat. I think I'm shipping it. That fragmentizes that showed me the sagas aren't safe. The new version of Affinity. I saw it. Cool. I don't know. I might play that one day. Alright, I'm keeping this 5 cards in. Is that too many lands? I don't think so. Okay. Emery. Strong. Esper Sentinel. Okay. No land. Fine. Play Emery. I really hope they can't kill Emery and then like can make some value off of it. Let's mill well though. 2-top monitor, very good. 2-top monitor is really good. I don't want to play Urza Saga now. That's weak to Fragment Ties. And I think I can just deploy another game now. Just going control with Emery and top monitors. I don't want to play Mishra's Bubble or the Esper Sentinel and make it cost 1 more. I guess actually I can pay this for 1. It's the same, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. So I'll play Mishra's Bubble. I'll pay the 1. And then I can play Darksteel Citadel. And I can play Thought Monitor for 2 mana. And, draw 2. And now I don't necessarily want to crack this bubble immediately. Maybe I should. Yeah, maybe I should. I just pass. I can decide later. I guess I do. I mean, next turn I have at my disposal 1, 2, 3. No. That's 6. So that's way I can cast it for 1. Alright. Yeah, I won't crack it. 1 mana bubble. Still fine. Still very good. Root Squad. In Affinity, Gingerbread is played in Affinity? In Pauper? Cool, I didn't know. Okay, my opponent's still stumbling with their mana, very nice. Cranial Plating. Sure, I'll begin with another Thought Monitor. This is Emery, Lurker of the Lock. Wasn't a bad card this game, let's just say. Draw 2. Okay, now, do they have any flyer? They do. So they can just block and protect. Isn't there another bubble to fetch the land or something? What? Yeah, there's like a Urza's bubble. It just looks like a random card from your opponent top deck. Sorry, your opponent hand. Allora, what is my plan to win this game? I don't know. I don't have it. It's just get enough value with my top monitor and attack. That's my plan. It doesn't seem like a bad plan, honestly. Let's just keep on clicking one land to play a 2/2 flyer to draw 2 cards. Memnite. What do I do? Just play Wild Jar, just in case. Do I want to keep up a Glimmer Void? I guess. I don't know. I'm attacking with this Tot Monitor. They like block and protect, but I'm assuming it's not happening. I don't want to go to discard. Going in discard phase with Affinity is really difficult. You need to draw, I don't know, I think a lot of lands. Because everything's so cheap. Okay, yeah, I did this attack just to check. Just to check what was the vibe on the other side. I guess I'm going Welding Jar, cast, pay 1. And then I think I'll play the Zerza Saga. I didn't really have like any strong idea or anything. Saga for Needle? I didn't bring a Needle. I'm not really a Needler. You could say, alright, I got on top Shadow Sphere. I'm not a Needler. I don't know when you're exactly supposed to bring that in. I guess Asmo Random Arcadicadized in our Kaldakar. Or Fragmentize as expected. Does this regenerate it? It does not. Okay. Bonjour, Yalohat. Comment ça va? Okay, another Emery. Another Bubble. Now, do I have double black to move plating? Instant speed. Being Loving Affinity? Yeah. It's one of the decks I've enjoyed the most. This morning I played Brain to Light Scape Shift. It was fun. I don't know. Honestly, I just love everything. It's kind of boring to be a Mangu. You just don't have any preferences. Yeah, and I don't have any, like anything exciting to say about any deck. I just love it. It's fun. Play good games of Magic. Like the buttons, you know? Opponent is on 1 land on turn 5. I can, like, talk about any deck you want forever. Allora, they can still, like, let's not play 2 Light Heart. No, actually, let's play 2 Light Heart. They don't have Mox Opal, so they can't play 3 things at the same turn, so let's just attack with everything we got. Alright, looks like my Fragmite is no longer for this world. I think that I didn't like was playing the previous deck, you know, the classic 30 land deck. Sometimes you just don't get the land, then it feels like super sad. But other than that, it was okay. Alright, so Froggy dies. Goodbye, Froggy. I could have regenerated, but I don't know. Bubble. You got Stoneforge on top. Okay, that's not a great news. And if I get a double black, or if I get a something else, I can keep this instant speed to win the game. The bubble. Let's draw black land, please. Ecolally, black land. There it is. So let's play Drum, paid attacks, and then it's lethal. Because Cranial Plating, other than just Being +1/+0 for each artifact you control also moves it around. Yellow Hat, if you're still in the chat, I wanted to tell you that I'm listening to another podcast these days that is called The Resleevables, which is a podcast of Patrick Sullivan and Cedric Phillips. They often talk about you know the tournaments in the early days. They often talk about the tournaments in the early days, and they mention your name all the time. You're like in the top 8s every time. Of the, I listened to the Kamigawa block and the Mirrodin block so far, and you were there every time. It was a booster draft. So Rochester draft was only. So Money draft was booster draft. Yeah, that's what I guessed. Because it couldn't really take forever, right? Oh, wow, opponent's nickname is It Keep Craniopulating, by the way. So Kamigawa still Rochester. What's after Kamigawa? Was it Ravnica? Time Spiral? I don't know. Alright. That's a good end. Wow. Look at my hand. I can go Resurtide Bridge. What his nickname is It Keep Cranioplating. And they aren't playing Cranioplating. I feel like that's a fraud. Anyway, I'm not cracking the bubble because next time I need to play Thought Monitor. Team PTs are sealed day 1. Yeah, I know. He complained about the PT being sealed. I mean, PT sealed sounds like a scam, though. Like, sealed is... shouldn't be a PT format. But yeah, I guess booster drafts arrived afterwards. Okay, they can't have a counterspell up, so let's worry for that. I think my favorite start here is just Memnite Thought Monitor. Raw. Then I'll go Cranial Plating, equip it on to things that can't attack like this Memnite. Then I can cast Emery. No? Okay, coglione. I can't believe it. I keep I thought this was a... Wow, they said oops. The master. I keep Cranioplating said oops in the chat. Rightfully so, since that was a punt. Poor Emery. Still locked in the lock. Can't escape from the lock because of Mango's mistake. But that's fine. Oh, I think it's time to crack this bubble. Yeah, Worlds at Vintage Cube, I believe it was 2012. Yeah, Springleaf Drum in the back of my head, exactly. But that's fine, I'm still in a good shape here. I'm casting Emery. No, aspetta un attimo. Let me cast Urza Saga first, because if they blow it up with a Voodoo on the stack, I have to change plays. Alright. Now, let's play Emery. Mill 4. Okay, and then I'll go Cranial Plating. And I'll keep Cranial Plating. Oh, wow. I have to share this. Because Nyori Grande cast Cranial Plating. And keep Cranial Plating has conceded the game. This must be some of those like funny meme with the deck name, right? This must be one of those. Nyori Grande. They should have waited for me to. They should have waited for me to equip it though, right? Don't you think, chat? Don't you think that? No. But now it wasn't any mistake. Their nickname was they keep Cranioplating, and it just cast Cranioplating. There was no mistake to be made. Alright, looks like my opponent's playing Asmo Food. So this is the matchup where my Pithing Needle is good. I actually made a deck guide about this deck. So let me check how I sideboarded against Asmo Food. Modern Affinity deck guide. I sideboard a lot of cards. Wow. I sideboard 3 Soul Guide Lantern. That sounds like a lot. Sideboard 2. Oh, Camados. Alright, Chad. The thing that connected the AC to the outside fell down, and I was afraid for a moment, but nothing bad happened. I also had to go to the bathroom terribly, and now I can't. It's bringing cage. My cats still say that. Porca boy. Where tier? I mean, where? Because I didn't think that I didn't even know if my opponent actually playing that deck. Because I only saw like 3 lands. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I'll board out Aparta's Mantle, Pithing Needle, and submit. Link to the guide. Link to the guide. It's here, but I'm not sure if my opponent's playing Asmo, so I don't want to cyber for that deck. Alright, I'm keeping this in. This is a turn 1 Emery. Hello, Rhymus. I don't know what's the matchup. I haven't played that much. Also, no one really plays blue-red in the league. The deck is too expensive. You only play against blue-red in the weekend, I think. Okay, let's go. Memnite. Memnite. Just Emery. Mill for 4. Bubble Drum, okay. Just cast some Topters. Pass. I don't know, I should probably not cast these Topters, but whatever. I want to play 6 permanents on turn 1, that's fun. Play as blue red all the time in the leagues? Strange. I don't think I've ever played against blue red in the last, I don't know what, million league. Okay, so they have Urza Saga, they have the food plus the other thing, all good. At least Topters wouldn't be something sick, that's a good point. Alright, I drew a drum, which is not bad. Let's flashback the bubble. That's good. Then I have, I can cast, I guess I can play land. No, let me just play drum. Drum is free. So I'll play drum, and I'll play Thought Monitor. Draw 2. Pithing Needle. Wow, that's powerful. I guess I'm naming her as a Saga. Huh? Yeah, that's better. The name also this. No, bad name Saga. Ah, I was joking. I didn't want to name Pithing Needle. Alright, let's name her as a Saga. I want to bubble in their turn, usually. Yeah, the monitor is very good in this deck. I'll bubble you. I'll bubble you. Oh, wow, there's an Asmo on top of your deck? GG. I don't know, I guess I could have named different things, but at the end of the day, whenever that deck draws well, it's kind of unbeatable, I think. I think I turn off the AC. It's not that hot. Also, now it's a little bit relaxed. No one's talking anymore. Oh, what a silence. I have a headache, maybe. A little bit of a headache. I think I'll go to the bathroom and concede. Alright, I'll be back in 1 minute and we'll play game 3 with Affinity. Listen to the first minute, you love that story?
Hello.
Let's listen to the first minute.
The way I heard it was like this. Hero is playing Legacy at some SCG event. Villain's board is 2 lands and 3 polluted deltas, with a Dark Confidant in play. Villain also basically has a grip full of cards, some number of which are presumably counterspells and force of wills. Hero draws his card, then tanks for a bit. He calls the judge over. He points to a card in his hand and asks, I can name Dark Confidant with this, right? The judge confirms that he can.
Wow.
Hero cat.
Alright, I understood the story. That's funny. So they just, the other point of letter is all one that name polluted Delta, alright? Funny story. Alright, great hand, by the way. I can go turn 1, Drum, Memnite, Jar, Emery, Froggy. No, actually, I can't cast Froggy. I'll cast Froggy the turn after. Yeah, that's a funny story. I would never do it, but I respect the hustle of players who do it. Alright, great start. And return 1. Let's see what we mail. The journalist companion currently playing Memnite Thought Monitor. That's not bad. All we need now is Ember to survive. It's turn 1. It usually survives. Alright. They also do some amount of free spells. Okay. They have a very good start as well with a turn 1 Asmo, getting the cookbook. They draw a card. Alright, what do you want to do now? Okay. We have a bunch of options at our disposal with the Emery. I can also just make a construct with the Saga. That's also a possibility. I think I'd rather just go for Thought Monitor first. How many artifacts we have? 3 only, so I can't cast Thought Monitor. What am I talking about? We got Memnite from the grave. That's the 4th. Yeah, no. Can't really do that many unfair things. I can cast, make an artifact. Frogmite, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't even cast Sojourner's Companion for free. Torpedo by permanence? No, this was turn 1, multiple. This 5 things were in turn 1. On turn 2 is gonna be way more than that. Actually, maybe not that many more. Yeah, I think it's just gonna be a construct with the Saga and the Memnite. Yeah, I think so. I just flashback Memnite only. I'll play Froggy and just pass with the Saga. Yeah, it's my turn. Not an amazing turn, but still good enough. And then the Saga can go get the Pithing Needle. Right, I said boarded that in. Okay, so they bubble again. They're obviously looking for, I want to say, a second cookbook to kill something with the Asmo. Glimpse of Nature is banned. Yeah, that's a good point. I also forgot about it. Glimpse of Nature is banned indeed. Alright, let's see if they have another. Or also, let's see if they have the 4-2 deal, which is Daredevil. Of course they have it. Okay, fine. That's it. So they let me untap with Emery. Make a construct. Draw. They concede. I keep cranial plating. Loses to cranial plating. Alright, guys, we're 3-0. Slowly but surely, winning a match at a time with Affinity. Consistent. Consistent. I need to post the screen chat about the opponent is on the play, and my hand is pretty terrible. But there's a Saga, which is one of the best cards to have in your game 1. So I'll say that Affinity friendly artifacts. Moxel Ball needed to be banned. Not that they hated Affinity. They actually loved it. Look how many good cards they printed in MH2. They really hated them. They wouldn't print so many good cards. Alright, what do we do? I'm guessing is Murktide Bridge. Okay, they're confident on the play. When is playing, ooh, only 2 lands you got? Sorry, only 1 land you got? Right. Hope they don't have Vindicate for Mirror's Saga. Just casting a bunch of things, and next time I can cast a Sojourner's Companion. I'm casting also Paradise Mantle because they play Inquisition of Kozilek. Then next turn, I can make a construct, and that will be I will be able to play Sojourner's Companion too, as long as they don't. It revealed Maelstrom Pulse, by the way, off of the Oh wow, they have Lurrus. I didn't notice. Okay, good to know. I didn't notice they have Lurrus. Nice, nice. Just randomly saying the sentence. They play Inquisition of Kozilek. Then it just casted the turn after. Love it. Alright, next drinker. Merda. Good. I feel happy. I feel happy that this interaction happened. And not that like that was that big of a deal if the discard does. Actually, it is a big of a deal if the discard does. Because now I'm able to cast the Sojourner's Companion. Only because I have that artifact. Because I make a construct now, and then I play Sojourner's Companion. +1, right? Yeah. If I didn't play that, yeah. Maybe the giveaway chat is just pass your things. That's the giveaway. Just play your stuff. So we didn't have a very strong start in turn 1 and 2, but then turn 3 and 4 will be huge. Alright, I got the land finally. I got a Blooming Marsh. This one becomes a 4/4, sure. If no Liliana. Liliana's kind of an outdated card. Alright, let's see what they do now. Tap Blooming Marsh, Ignoble Hierarch. And I play Delphi Void Walker. Okay, good to know. Now they can like let's see, Thoughtseize. Was that Fatal Push? I have a Welding Jar to regenerate it. Okay, Ignoble Hierarch. That's fine. This is Shadow, so it can't be blocked. Go to combat. So I'm looking to trade a Sojourner's Companion with an extra drinker. Should I be afraid? Usually with Spirits of Saga, I always get Shadow Spear. So it's kind of awkward now. What do I get with it? I think I'm taking 4 here. I need the Sojourner's Companion. I think. I have infinite life. Yeah, exactly. But I thought. Construct. Saga dies. What do I go get? I don't know. I have no clue. Gingerbrute? Another Welding Jar? They have Maelstrom Pulse, right? I got another Welding Jar. Nice. Now I'll play Island. I guess I'm also playing Bubble. Play Bubble, I play Island. Then I am also keeping Shadow Spear on the construct. Then I'm attacking with both, because this is Shadow, so they have to chump block the companion, and they take 11. And now I have 2 Welding Jar for the Master Pulse. Needle the X-Drinker. Is Needle in the main deck? It's in the side for Pithy Needle. Right, so they did the only block they could do. Cool. What does Shadow do? Shadow means it can't be blocked or blocked by only creature with Shadow. And I pass the turn. Regenerate. Regenerate is weird. Regenerate means, let's see. Is a former evergreen keyword action until it was removed from the game. Its replacement effect. So what happens is, if they are looking to kill something, either via damage or like with a removal spell, you can regenerate it. It removes it from combat, comes to play tab. Sorry, not comes into play tab. Remove it from combat and just puts into play and taps it. No, Rula Boren. I did not. Our opponent doesn't give up yet. They're at 1 life. Basically, this end was only Urza Saga. This game was won by Urza Saga. Single-handedly. Because you look at my board state, and my starting hand, I didn't get anything else from my starting hand. Alright, so they're doing that. Meaning that I'm regenerating this construct here. Let's see if it'll go. Alright. And we want to also regenerate the other construct. They cannot cast another Master Pulse. So the Master Pulse resolves, and both of these things remove the regeneration shield. But they're still around. Alright, good game. Back in the day, Affinity used to have Shatterstorm. Sorry, John used to have Shatterstorm. Certainly will have some Matcha Champion. I'm guessing a Takeout Paradise Mantle and Ginger Brute. What do you build, Legacy Council? What do you play today? Because I get benefit from X%, you know. No. I think the strength of this deck is that you don't color store you. You have like only 8 cards that are colored. Red, black, aggro, and blue, white control. Red, black, aggro. That's cool. How does regenerate compared to Totem Armor? I would say it's the same. Totem Armor, you just kill the aura and remove the damage. But I guess it doesn't remove it from combat. Needle? I'm not a needler. Many people always want me to bring in the needle. I don't think you should bring in a needle. Kataki? Yeah, if they play Kataki, you die. 2 weeks ago, when this deck firstly popped up, I made a 5-0, and then the following league, I played against 2 Kataki decks, and I lost. Like, if your opponent has Cyber Hate, you just give up. You lose. But if they don't, you can win. Alright, this hand plays 5 permanents on turn 1, so it's solid. Oh yeah, you're right in changing, for sure. I mean, there's no, like, right or wrong option when it comes to Modern Legacy Council. Oh, make sure to go live around 1 PM so I can raid you. I'd love to raid you playing Modern. Thoughtseize. Okay. Thankfully, I can't discard my Saga. Mid-range-ish? Is it mid-range-ish? I don't know. I tend to play Thought Monitor on turn 2 very often. I've built this deck through a lot of different iterations, and now I up the number to Emery to 4. I don't like Ravager. I don't like Ravager. Okay, they discarded Plating. Yeah, for sure, one of the best card in the deck. And I'll just play 4 permanents. They aren't the best permanents, but they're 4 permanents. Actually, that's not true. It's only 3. For some reason, I thought this was an artifact and I could play Frogmite. Never mind, I was wrong. Just attack it for 1 and then I'll bubble in your upkeep. I think I need to bubble in your upkeep. Need to draw land. Even a tap land, that's an artifact. It's still fine. Your Revealix Drinker, sure. This is a case where, I mean... Alright, I go Swamp. Ignoble Hark. Thoughtseize? Thoughtseize, okay. You take Froggy, I'm assuming. Why did I ban Opal? It wasn't right. You know, Opal shouldn't have been legal. That time it was too much. Definitely legal for too long. Alright, Drum is a great draw. And then another of this. That's not a great draw. I'll play Drum and yeah, nothing. Just tap for 2 pass. Wonder if they're playing Crime Punishment. I hope not. The Crown Punishment, it kills the Saga, right? Yeah. We don't really talk about bans here. So you play Saga. Okay. Interesting. Three mana. They just leveled it up. Sure. Yeah. If the Alpine Moon, I mean Saga dies. The deck that I believe to be the best in Modern, the Izzet Lurrus, plays Alpine Moon in the sideboard, and I sideboard them against the Saga. Alright, so the Saga dies without having done anything in this game, unfortunately. Gives me what? Shadow Spear? Springlet Drum, maybe. Yeah, I guess I need a drum here. I'll play a Memnite. And then I can play all my companion. One at a time. One. A two. A three. That's why I got the second drum. That was the only card that would unleash all the companion. Alright. Now, they can make a construct, but they don't have that many artifacts. Future Sagas? Future Saga also dies if you play Alpine Moon. Yeah, they just go directly in the graveyard. Yeah, no lands, but 4 companion. Yeah, I think I like Dredge still. I don't know if you have Channel Fireball Pro, but I wrote an article that kind of told you my experience with Modern as of late, and I ranked the decks that I played, and I still like Dredge. I think Dredge is still a good deck. It's like Dredge is like Affinity. If people just play inbred decks to beat each other, like blue red and I don't know Osmo and etc., Affinity and Dredge rise. But when people have sideboard cards for those decks, then they go back, you know? So you can see to push here, to pulse here. Yeah. The thing is that they had an X drinker going up to 8 if they had a land, so I think I needed to unload. I can't really play around much. Oh wow, that's a good draw. 1 mana, 2/2, draw 2 cards. Ooh, Shadow Spear Froggy. I want to give this sorry, unblockable. I think I'm not gonna keep this unblockable. I'll just attack with my 3 companion. If they want to trade, that's fine. Protection from instants, I don't care. How would Dredge answer Sanctifier currently? I was playing 3 Prismatic Ending in my sideboard. But yeah, it's obviously a tough card to beat. But I don't see that many Sanctifier. We have no lands in this game. We had 1 lands, there is a Saga, and then it died. So no, we have no lands in this game. Kind of the wild thing of Modern. It's a very different game than the one that you play on Arena, which is why Magic is such a great game. Because it's one game, Magic Call on the Gathering, but inside there's like so many other games that you can play. Alright. Everything is on the table. You go, opponent. Opponent can pop up the Saga, but I don't know. Let's see what I got. Again, Saga in that deck seems weird because they don't have artifacts. Instead, Saga in this deck is amazing because your construct is huge. You saw it in game 1. You just single-handedly won the game because the constructs were 10-10. And that's the thing with Urza Saga. I mean, most people put in... I guess at the beginning it was like that. Most people at the beginning were putting in the deck, but it's not as good. You have to either use it as a tutor, like in Hammer Time or Amulet, or in this deck, you just use it as an aggro card very well. Opponente! I'm attacking you for a lot of damage. Yeah, exactly. Shadow Spear is a great pair. It's all... With this deck, it's almost like the card that I always get. They thought ceased. You expect food to start reappearing? No, I don't think it's a good deck. I think this is another nice screenshot, chat. It's another nice screenshot. Who needs lands? Alright, we're 4-0. 4-0. Can we get the trophy? Our opponent's playing Lurus. You just say Boggles is good? Could be. Yeah, I mean, the problem about Boggles is the pairings, of course. So to get paired against Red deck, you're good, but if you get paired against the Engineered Explosives deck, you're bad. It's kind of modern. Hello, Japan. Oh, I'm doing great. Doing great. We're playing the... Alright, playing against Armor Time again. Nice. Me sure it's bubble. Okay. I'll just play a bunch of stuff. And I'm wondering if I should play Top Land or Urza's Saga. I think I want to play Do I want to play Sagra or not? No, I don't. Urza's Saga. And I'm not cracking the bubble, because I have 2 Sojourner's Companion here. Yeah, EE's in many decks. But it's okay, like, again, you can get good pairings, and then it's good. Alright, you got Colossus Hammer. They have all the pieces, porca merda. They have all the pieces, and I just have, like, this stupid little big dude. With this face. Look at the face of the Sojourner's Companion. Anyway. I am doing... What am I doing? I don't know. Quanti artefatti c'ho? 4. I don't know. Let's keep those, I guess. What's tomorrow? Suppose. Emery. 4. It's modern. Just play the deck you own. Just play the last cards you bought. That's at least how I do it. And yeah, take a pass and just, I don't know, chum block. Not great. First modern? Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, what I do usually whenever I play modern in paper is just, I play the decks I bought the last card for. For example, I don't know, if I bought for Murktide Region, for example, which I didn't, I would play that deck. And so on, you know. Last card you bought were for GP Leon. Yeah, I don't know what GP does, so it doesn't tell me much. I'll let it resolve. If they name Bubble, it's fine with me. GP Leon what, 2004? Probably Gabriel Nassif won GP Leon 2004. Just guessing, I don't know. Allora, they passed here without playing the thing. Am I cracking this bubble? Nah, just keep it around. Now, what do we do? I have 1, 2, 3, 4 artifacts. I can't do anything. I guess I can cast Sojourner's better. Yeah, that's even for sure. I can make a construct with the Saga. I know I have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's still not good enough. I don't know. Let's see if one so much. As I said earlier, I was listening to this podcast where they're talking about like Kamigawa Mirrodin Days, and his name popped up every time. Anyway, 4 lands and cast as Sojourner's Companion. That's 6, not 5. What? Can make a construct through the Saga. Because you're from Graveyard? Yeah, I have Pithy Needle on Emery. Alright. I don't think I'm dying here. You can cast them all. Can I? Let me count again. It costs 4, right? So I paid 3 plus Sojourner's Companion. Then the next one costs 2, and I don't have 2. I only have 1. Alright, yeah, I guess my best is just... No, my memory kind of wants to chum block now. Pero... What's in the grave? It doesn't matter, there's a Pithy Needle. Yeah, I'm just passing again. I kind of want chump block with the Emery. Now they can go Colossus Hammer on the Stoneforge. Then with this third chapter, they can get Shadow Spear, move it on the Stoneforge with a Sigarda's aid. And then, if they have another Colossus Hammer, I lose the game, which is fine considering that I haven't done anything. Fruit is like big salamander thing. It was good enough against the black-green deck before, but not now. Not now, unfortunately. Yeah. Alright. Yep. Okay. Still not lethal. Passive ability. One of milling. No, it's still mill 4. It's not a passive ability, it's a native ability. My being opponent, you can hit me with your Stoneforge. I'm taking 12 here. Okay, now I'm making a construct. That will be very large, by the way. Shadow Spear. Okay. Yeah, I'll play another construct. That's the card I wanted to get with the Saga, by the way. What am I getting now? What am I getting now? I don't really want to get a drum. I don't need it. I don't need the drum. What do I need? Yeah, play Spear, but I can play already. I have a Memnite with a Paradise Mantle. I'm just getting a Mishra's Bubble. Has 3 of this. Now this is a 10-10. Yeah, I guess I could have gotten the jar. Not sure. Anyway, I'm passing now. Could have gotten the jar, that's right. Yeah. Anyway, I die if they have a Colossus Hammer. I mean, I don't die, but... Naturally, I don't die at all. Like, they need the Paladin to move the equipments around. Now, I have 2 11/11 constructs. So as you can see, this deck exploited the Saga very well because of all the cheap artifacts. My opponent's deck also exploited the Saga very well. You know, they got Shadow Spear and they made a 5/5 construct. Sanctifier Invec in the main deck. Wow. Okay. I guess I said Dredge was good. I didn't expect Sanctifier Invec to be played in the main deck. I think I will correct the bubble. Despite the construct will be smaller, I'm still like drawing 2 cards. So I think it's still like good enough. Draw 3, my turn. I can't use Emery again. Let's see what we draw. Bubble again. Thought Monitor, very good. Emery, not good. Let's cast Thought Monitor, draw 2. Cranial Plating, there it is. Cast Bubble. Now, the construct. I can put a Shadow Spear on a construct. What's the worst that can happen? I don't think anything bad can happen, right? I guess the worst thing that can happen is they violin a Colossus Hammer. But again, I don't think it's a big deal. Yeah, I'm just keeping this to the construct and attack for 13 lifelink. Emery first. Mill 4. No. Emery, I can't use it. There's still with a needle. Emery's countered. Now, they can make a construct with Saga. That'll be 2/6/6, so that's not enough. Okay, they double block, I'm assuming. Abine. I'm killing the Stoneforge, which I'm happy about. Since now they need a stone, they need a paladin. to move it. Okay, I finished my turn. I'm passing. Then they also get Saga and everything else. The game isn't over yet. Because they're gonna get another hammer, moving on to something, and moving the Shadow Spear over it. So I can still easily lose this game. Although, we'll see. Still a long game. I think Chronoplating will help me greatly. Yeah, we've gained a lot of life. I think I'm happy with what happened. Okay, they got Colossus Hammer. With the Sigarda's aid, they're able to move it immediately onto one of these constructs. My opponent drew 2 Saga, I only drew 1, so I think that puts them in a slight advantage. But they have Chronoplating, so we'll see. This is an interesting game. If you guys are enjoying this show and want to support for free, you can click on the link in the chat right now. Alright, this is an 18-18 right now. And they play Godless Shrine, which I knew they had on top. They can move the Shadow Spear on the construct for 2 mana. And attack me for 19. Yeah. 19 lifelink trample. I need a land next turn. With a land, I'm able to go Chronoplating and Shadow Spear on the construct. That will be very much needed. So that I can trade with their Colossus Armor. Yeah, this is a very strange game. Very difficult. They are playing well. I think we're also playing well. It's a close game. Thank you, Luca. Oh, wow, they did it attack? Sure, I'll accept it. I'll bubble you. We have a Sigarda's 8 on top of in. Draw, Frogmite. Chronoplating. Alright, it's not a land, unfortunately. You don't have any flyer. Right, so let's go Froggy. Let's go Chronoplating. Yeah. And then I'll move it on the flyer. Then I'll attack for 14. And pass. Oh, so I tied it tonight. Yeah. Okay, they took 14, but they're still on 25. What is the card they have on top? They have a Sigarda's 8 on top. I know that. Yeah, I should have moved the Thought Monitor. I forgot about it. They're Chronoplating. I forgot about it. Sorry, that was a mistake. Hopefully it doesn't bite me. So they got back Lurrus, but they don't attack. So I'm untapping here. Ornithopter. So they have Sigarda's 8 Lurrus and something else. Am I lethal here? So the Chronoplating does plus 13 right now. That's 28 damage. Yeah, I think we're lethal. I am unsure why my opponent never attacked with this construct. But yeah, Chronoplating showing the power of equipments. There's a Pithy Needle naming Embry. Alright, I win. Shadow Spear is 2 mana to equip. That's why I never equipped it. How do you read my opponent writing those things? What do you think they mean? How would you translate them? Alright, let me see if I didn't write a cyber guy for Hammer Time. Alright. I'll have these 5 cards. I'll take out 2 Emery. Maybe even 1 Ginger Brute. 1 Island. And what else? 1 Welding Jar. Yeah. This one's fine. Yeah, I should attack with your lifelink or Bilba. I agree. Good luck in game 2. I'm on the draw against Hammer time. This is for the trophy. We're currently 4-0. We're up a game 4-0 in the trophy final. Yeah, that's what you think it happened. Okay. Ends very good. Yep. More flats. I wonder why they're playing fetch lands. I guess they have bubbles. Alright, makes sense. Okay. Let's process this hand now. A little bit too many Ornithopter. Let's go Darkstone Citadel, Springleaf Drum, Ornithopter, 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 Frogmite, Thought Monitor. That's a good turn one. Draw. Mishra's Bubble. Pass. Bubble you and upkeep. Draw percent, okay. Alright, that's good. That's a good turn one. That's a good turn one. That's percent, Imagine when there's gonna be 8 of those, by the way. With the next set. Alright, Ornithopter is my draw and Thought Monitor. Nice. Draw 2. Gingerbread Paradise Mantle. Okay. I'll go Urza Saga. Trigger. Paradise Mantle, pay 1. Actually, no. I don't want to pay 1 for Paradise Mantle. Who cares about Paradise Mantle? Let's play Gingerbread. Let's make it unblockable. I guess Paradise Mantle is free. No, it's not. Alright, let's give this unblockable. Yeah, we have a... Now I'm attacking with these guys. And then I'll play a 4th Doctor. Nah, I can hold it. I can hold the 4th Doctor, it's fine. Gingerbread of Signal Pest. Gingerbread can block Ragavan. That's why I played over Signal Pest. Over Signal Pest, yeah. If your opponent goes Ragavan to to play Gingerbread, then you can block it. No hammer. Even if they have a hammer, you can block it. Next turn, my construct will be so big. I can't count. You're still Paladin. Okay. That's good. Did I pass? Nice. Now. I'll play Darkstone Citadel. And I'll give this unblockable. Can't be blocked. Then I'm attacking with everything that is able to attack. I'll play a 4th Doctor this time. And I pass. Opponent is on 6. They get the Colossus Hammer down. Looks like. Or maybe not. Still die here, maybe. I don't know. Unlikely, but that deck is powerful. You can always die to that deck. Right, so they draw a card off the hammer and then move it to the Sentinel. Nettle Cyst is too expensive. I've never liked that card. This deck is fast. You don't want to play 3-drop. I love Emery because that costs 1 mana. But I often sideboard her out. Looks like they can get like a couple of Colossus Hammer from hand and a Shadow Spear. That way they'll have a 30... I don't know, a 32? Maybe I can stop at 32. Maybe I should attack with 1 less creature. Stop at 32. Because I have 8 plus... I don't know. But we'll see. I think I can beat 2 Hammer and a Shadow Spear. The reason why I didn't play Paradise Mantle is that they have Esper Sentinel. And I prefer just giving unblockable to Gingerbread. As you can see, the Ornithopter in this game felt like useless because I never used them, but they gave a big discount to Thought Monitor, Frogmite, and etc. Like we played turn 1 Thought Monitor in this game because of the 3 Ornithopter. So I think we're pulling this. Alright, they play a Saga. Ornithopter, yeah, if you play Affinity, they are. I can't wait to replace the Staplands with, the new artifact land. Okay, Seal of Cleansing isn't bad. I'll get a construct down. Draw. Now I have to decide what to do, because I want to get Shadow Spear, but I can't equip it. Right? Did I bring in Pithing Needle? I don't think I bring a Pithing Needle in this matchup. Yeah, I didn't. Alright, 3 cards in hand. What should we do now? Nah, I think I just have to make a construct. Not making a construct is just bad. Yeah, I know. But how about I get Welding Jar now? Instead of the spear. I'm not lethal. I don't have needle. Hey, it's in my sideboard. I think I just get a jar. Nah. I don't know. It's difficult. Alright, I'll get a jar. Hey, now. I'll, tap. Actually, let me cancel this. I'll play Memnite. Alright, I win. Trophy! Woo woo! Alright. Love this. Love this.